day.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew, he'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Minshew's pass.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
First down.
For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 9 catches, 97 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10. At the
to throw again. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Haskins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
4 on the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From midfield now, Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
13 yards.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6.
4 yards.
And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Minshew throwing on third down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And that worked this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll go play action here with Minshew. It's caught inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Akers. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Minshew. Now they're staring at 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
His kick is good. Makes the score Rams 3, Cardinals nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC, and it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a run with Dillon. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he'll need to put that interception out of his mind quickly, because between the field goal and the pick six, they're already looking up at a 2-score differential.
And isn't it interesting that a lot of the time when we talk about having a short memory, we say that's a defensive back, right? Got beat for a touchdown pass, throw it out. Quarterbacks have to do the same thing. They make a mistake, come back and be the best quarterback you were before.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now Haskins on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Third down and 9.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Minshew sets to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know what else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
2nd and 5.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. They'll run now with Dillon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, Haskins. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run this with Akers. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
Cam Akers.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
At the 46-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Minshew. Forward right, and that's complete. Touchdown, LA! Big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins going right side here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
You see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins is going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Again, it's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pick.
Haskins going to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Haskins back to the air. And the Rams got him. They'll bring him down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And here again comes Gardner Minshew. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They run with Dillon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Number 47.
They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Haskins. And this one caught by Max Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the
Not
play.
a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Back to Dillon on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Haskins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Dillon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
A gain of 17 yards brings up second down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down, trots out the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Off play action, it's Minshew.
41-yard line.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
A loss of
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw it. Minshew. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
49-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. It's interesting going into this game, there was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll go again here with Akers. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
C.D. Lamb. That's a gain of 7.
They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
3rd down, Haskins. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
83. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Haskins pass.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And down he goes under pressure from the Rams defense.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Minshew sets to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And this one quickly to Lamb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Now a run with Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Akers. That's good for an L.A. Rams. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Akers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Rams on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
That's good for an L.A. Rams.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. And his throw here is incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. They'll get that complete to Parkinson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Arizona.
They go draw play. It's Dillon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 5. And the Cardinal 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Haskins on first down.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
That catch good for only a couple. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards.
Throwing now is Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hartman. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Tressway now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew.
So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. It'll be Minshew again.
We'll dump this off to Akers.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Brings up 3rd and
now a first throw here in overtime. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Minshew's pass intercepted by the Cardinals.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime?
You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Arizona. Today's final
partner, a
score.
great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Arizona, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.